Hi everyone, it's Eileen with Creative Eye Designs, and today I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and do work on some faux bread. This is not typically my style of faux food, but I really admire the rustic primitive look, so I wanted to give it a try. And so I went out to the dollar store and Walmart, and I got an assortment of pans. We have some disposable metal ones that I know when I put the insulation foam in here, the bottom and the sides as well may bow out from the pressure of the foam expanding. So then I did find some little mini ones that were a sturdier metal, not quite as flimsy. And this came in a 3-pack at Walmart, and it's by Super King. And so I want to see how these do, because this is, like I said, it's a sturdier metal. So I'm thinking it may not push the pan out, but we'll see. And when we make it in this one we're going to remove the tin anyway and just have the loaf of bread. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I have some metal pans that I got from the dollar store, as well as some pie pans. And I thought maybe we could make some rustic looking pie as well. I have some muffin pans here. So we're just going to spray. This particular brand by GE Insulating Foam is a 1-inch. It expands and seals up to 1 inch. So it's not like some of the other insulation foams that will expand larger. So we're going to see how this brand works out. I've never used it before. I did give my pan a good shake before, but let's just shake it up again. So you want to really shake it up well. And some of the insulation foam, I know the one by Actual Gaps and Cracks, has a little nub on the end of this where you can bend your straw back and seal the hole. This brand does not have that. So it's kind of a one-time use thing. Maybe I should start saving my straws from the other brand, and I could just use those. But we'll see how it goes. So also, there's a couple of different ways you could spray your insulation foam to get different looks. Okay, so I will put gloves on. You should wear gloves. Typically, I don't do that, but today, just for today, we'll follow the rules. So I'm going to put a pair of gloves on. Like I said, I've never worked with this brand before. And if you're not familiar with using the insulation foam, you don't really have a lot of control over when you're spraying. Sometimes it can just, do its own thing. And you sometimes have to just go with that. So I'm going to start off with my metal pans. And now I bought 2 different ones because I want to do a design where I'm just going to go long ways like this. And then I'll do another one that goes one horizontal, one vertical. So you want to give it very light pressure when you squeeze, because you want to try and have some sort of control when doing that. And let me see if I should raise that up and tilt it down a little so you can see just what's happening when I spray, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to go, I guess I'll go this way first. I'm going to start on the end. I'm giving it light pressure. Doesn't seem to want to squeeze out here. What's going on? Uh-oh. Do we have a dud? Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. All right, let's start that again. So I want to try and squeeze very lightly here. And because it only expands about 1 inch, I'm going to come up about halfway. And they say not to disturb this while it's setting up. The thing is, now you could get different looks with the bumps and stuff in there. But we're going to just, for this time, we're going to just let it do its thing. All right, so that's one. I'm going to try another one, like I said, going long ways. That gives it a different look altogether. And again, I'm squeezing very lightly here. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see how these come out with the different designs and how much they're actually going to expand. Again, I haven't worked with this brand, so I'm not familiar. I'm thinking about halfway up should be good, but I guess we're going to find out. But we'll have to wait 24 hours to find that out. So this will be a part one. I'm adding a little bit more in the middle too, because, you know, like when the bread rises, how you have that sort of rounded top. So I'm just adding a little bit more in the middle. Let's see. Oh no, are we out of foam already? That didn't go very far. I didn't get to make any pies. I guess I'll have to go and get more. I thought I'd get a lot more out of this than I am. Live and learn, guys. Always buy a backup. Always have a backup. So I'm just going to keep on spraying this until it stops. And you know what? This one is going to be a lumpy, bumpy one. And again, because it's a rustic primitive, I'm okay with that. So it seems like that is about all I'm getting out of that can. So I didn't even get to do my little mini pans. I'll have to go get more of this. And I guess we're going to find out how that does. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 5 full-size loaf pans out of that one can. And so I guess that's good to know. So let's find out what happens and stay tuned for part 2 when we see how these did when rising. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe if you like my content, and we'll see you soon for part 2.